Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's Catherine here from Tullamore Live Fitness, and today I have a routine designed for you that's focused on your glute muscles, or if you aren't familiar with what those are, your bum or butt muscles. So why we care about this: tight glute muscles can result in potential knee or back pain, and the reason that is because your glute muscles or your butt muscles, they attach to multiple bones in your body. So your pelvis, your hips, backs of your legs, your back itself. So when they're tight, which they can be often from if we're sitting a lot or activities like that, it can be pulling on different things which causes pain. So this video in no way is a fix-all for knee or back pain, but if tight glutes are the issue behind your knee or back pain, these stretches are designed to help your glute muscles relax. So grab a mat-sized space and a comfortable area to lay down. And then if you have a bolster today, bring it with you. It's not necessary at all. If you don't have a bolster at home, you can use a pillow. I just wanted to offer this option for you today of bringing your bolster, so that if there's a way you want to modify the pose, you have an opportunity to, but like I said, not necessary. So I'm looking forward to this routine together, to getting some nice stretches in, really relaxing, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin today in a nice seated position. If your hips are tight, which I think I've said before, many of our hips are tight just from the daily activities of living we do, such as driving, sitting, all those kinds of things. If you would like for tight hips, you can prop under your bum with your bolster or your pillow, whatever you have, so hips are higher than knees. It's up to you. We're going to begin by grounding in our practice. So what that means is we want to be really present, both physically and with our mind. So we're going to do that with 5 breaths together. So what I want you to do, you can close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. You're going to inhale, tall spine. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to sink. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale, shoulders sink. Again, inhale here. And exhale. One more, you're going to inhale and exhale. One last one, inhale, tall spine. And exhale, give everything a little shake. If you're hanging on to anything from the day, you can just let it go, even if it's just for the next little bit here as we do this. Yeah, just like that. And then from here, we are going to inhale our spine tall. Again, you can remain seated on your prop. And then all I want you to do, you're either going to place your hands on the sides of your prop or behind you if you're seated on the ground, and you're going to extend your legs out in front. Yeah, just like that. From this legs out in front position, again, check in with that spine. You're going to pull your toes back towards you, feeling the beginning of a stretch on the back of your leg. And we're just going to hold here briefly for a few moments. Again, practicing our breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And if this is hard for you, which is totally understandable, you can bring those arms behind, offering yourself support, not to slouch, but to find that upright spine. So we are in staff pose is what we are doing here. Let's go 2 more breaths. You're going to inhale and exhale, looking good. 1 more, inhale and exhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. So with this stretch or our butterfly pose, we still have that upright spine. And then the pinky side of our feet is like the binding of our book, and we allow that big toe side to open up. Again, you're welcome to be sitting on your bolster or your pillow here as we do this. And then see if you can really soften in your hips. So we're sort of opening up the area around the glutes. We're gonna move to more intense glute stretches as we go, but just allow your body to sort of gently warm up as we are here. Again, breathing deeply, see if you can find a point of relaxation. Yeah, just like that. Allow those knees to get a bit heavier as they move softly towards the ground. Same with your shoulders. Spine remains long. Taking one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, you're going to move back to your cross-legged position, just like we started class today. And we are going to get into that hip glute area more intensely now. If you need to modify at any time, feel free to. So this is the pose you come back to if it's too intense, as well as I'm going to offer you some modifications. So we're going to cow's face legs, they're called, or they are the legs that go with cow's face pose. We aren't going to include the arms today. Classic cow's face pose is you bring your legs crossed on top of each other, knees are stacked, and then you intensify the stretch by moving your feet away from you. So for me, this is an incredibly intense hip stretch right now. I know I look relaxed, don't I? Like I can't feel the intense stretch in my hips, but I can really feel it here. So you're welcome to try this if your hips are feeling like it would support them today. Otherwise, here are some modifications, okay? So if your bottom knee, it bothers it in this pose, you are going to shift your weight into your hands. So you sort of tilt your pelvis back. You can try extending that bottom leg today and see how this feels. Okay, and then you could lay that top knee on top of your bottom leg. If this bothers your top knee, what you're going to do is you're going to lift that foot up more. So from the side, what that would look like is something more like this, or like that, hugging that in towards me, okay? So that if it bothers the top knee, if it's just tight on your hips, you can exchange or change how much crossover you have. So it could be, maybe you're like this today, maybe those knees are stacked right on top of each other, just being mindful of knee pain that you might feel here. So take a few breaths, find a position where you're getting some stretch or the beginning of a stretch. Whatever you have is great. And we are going to breathe deeply here, but not for forever, because like I said, I recognize this is an intense hip stretch. So you're going to inhale nice and tall. And exhale, just like that, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, you're looking good. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Again, if you're on your bolster or your prop, you can put your fingers to the side to shift your weight, or if you're on the ground, shift your weight back. And we're going to switch sides. So you're crossing over this time, the other leg on top. So you just switch sides. Again, pain in your bottom knee is an extended leg. Pain in your top knee, you are lifting that leg higher up towards you. Being mindful how this feels. Our intention of this position really is to get a stretch in our hips. If you have super flexible hips and you aren't feeling a stretch, remember you can always take your feet and move them closer to this edge of your mat. So again, find your edge of stretch. So when we are doing fitness, stretching, any of those activities, our goal is to find our edge or sort of our point of improvement. So if we are only moving in sort of our comfortable sphere or what we naturally operate in, we aren't going to see changes from the exercise. But at the same time, we don't want to be over the edge, so doing something that might hurt our body. So see if you can find that edge or that middle line, settle in tall spine, and we're going to breathe deeply here, imagining those hips and glutes releasing. 2 more breaths, okay? So you're going to inhale and exhale, just like that. 1 more, inhale And exhale. Okay, use your hands either on the sides of your prop or behind you to shift your weight out. We rock back. And you're going to make your way back to your beautiful butterfly pose. Yeah, just like that. Allow those feet to open up, the book of your feet. So remember, your pinky toes are the binding, and we are going to inhale tall. Encourage those knees to melt down towards the ground. Encourage those shoulders to move down towards the ground. And encourage that spine to lift nice and tall. Let's go 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. If you find your hips have opened up a bit here, see if you can wiggle those heels back a bit closer towards you, just like that. Again, taking a few breaths. We aren't going to stay here much longer. Okay, 1 last breath. Make it count. Inhale. And exhale. You can release. Allow those knees to come together. We are going to move to tabletop, so hands and knees position. Find a place where your joints are stacked, so your wrist is below your shoulders, knees are below your hips, and just bring a little side to side wagging movement into your hips here. Yeah, just like that. And then allow that side to side movement to turn into a bit of a circle. So you're going to bring your bum towards your heels and curve back around. Moving in whatever range of motion feels comfortable. Just bring a bit of sensation to your body. And other direction. This is sort of nice because it can also be a massage for your wrists as well. So maybe you're noticing a bit more sensation in your wrists. If it's painful sensation, you can try switching to a fist. Sometimes this alignment is more comfortable for a lot of our wrists. Yeah, just like that. Let's do 2 more. And 1. From here, we're going to come to a nice neutral spine. And then we're going to push ourselves away from our mat, rounding our back. Head is heavy, tailbone is heavy. And then just do a nice deep breath in, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Yeah, just like that. Again, press away from your mat. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Yeah, looking good. 1 more, press away. And inhale, lift. Come back to a neutral spine. If you'd like, you can take a few wiggles side to side. And then you're going to bring your knees out of stacked alignment. So you're going to walk them a little bit wider. Feet are still together. And you're going to sit your bum back down towards your heels, reaching forward with your arms. So if this is a comfortable position for you, stay here. Otherwise, I'm going to guide you through a few more options. So if you have your bolster or any couch cushion pillow, you can settle back, laying your head on your bolster like so can be really comfortable, still reaching those arms forward to open up as a bonus in your upper back. You can also, often the limiting factor here is the tightness of our knees. So you can bring a pillow behind sort of to sit on and then have your bum resting on it, bringing your head down. Or if you have 2 pillows, you can use that. If you have no props today and this position isn't feeling sustainable for you, like your option, I think I've showed you before, is always to come to lay on your back and then bring your knees a bit wider so you hug them to your chest to still get some sensation in your hips. like you would on the front side. So whichever variation you're in, I want you to hold there for the next few moments. Just breathing deeply. If you're on your front body, so laying on your stomach or in some sort of stomach variation, take advantage of the fact that that pressure on our belly can be really relaxing. So focusing on that deep belly breathing. Yeah, continuing to breathe just like that. You're looking good. Holding your variation for 3 more breaths. So you're going to inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One last time, inhale and exhale. If you haven't made your way there already, we are going to move to laying on our backs. Yeah, just like that. And you won't need your bolster or your prop again if you are using one until our final resting pose or our Shavasana, although you're welcome to integrate it in if you'd like. From here, we're just gonna hug our knees towards our chest. And we can do a little gentle rocking motion side to side. Just enjoying that gentle massage on our back. Seeing if we can bring in some gentle breathing here. And then as you exhale, place both feet down on your mat. You're going to bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. And then if you feel a stretch in your left hip, you can stay there. Otherwise, you can go ahead and grip your fingers behind your right knee. If you feel left knee pain at any point during this, I want you to make sure those left toes are flexed, so pulled back. Why that's important is when we flex our left foot, it brings our ankle into alignment, which stops our knee from being twisted or torqued. And then again, as you hold here, there's no reason we can't focus on improving our posture through letting our shoulders relax, so away from our ears and down to the mat, as well as opening up our chest. See if as you inhale and exhale, you can focus on that rise and fall of your belly. Yeah, just like that. Taking some deep breaths here as you go. And then on your next inhale, hug both knees towards you, rocking yourself gently. And then as you inhale, so breathe in, draw your right knee towards you and extend that left foot. If this is too tight, an extended left leg, you can leave a gentle bend in your left leg. There's always an option for how we can modify or improve an exercise. Continue to breathe deeply, again, softening that upper body. And then see if you can really imagine your glute muscles relaxing here. So we've been slowly stretching them. They're tied a lot to our hip muscles. We've been opening both as we go. See if you can really imagine them loosening, so not pulling where they wouldn't be or you wouldn't want them to be pulling. And then see if you can ease your knee a little bit closer, opening more on the back body here. Take 2 more deep breaths. You're going to inhale and exhale. 1 more, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, draw both knees towards you. Give them a little hug. You can rock side to side. Then you are going to bring your right ankle on top of your left knee this time. So we're looking for a stretch in the left hip glute area. If this is intense enough for you, you can stay as is. Otherwise, you can grip behind that left knee. Again, if there is pain in your right knee as you're doing this, try pulling those right toes back. So flexing them back towards that knee for a good stretch. And by good stretch, I mean good alignment. It's not a good stretch unless maybe you're getting a bit of calf stretch. Could be possible, but we're looking for alignment improvement there is what I should have said. Yeah, continue to let your body relax here. Yeah, just like that. Breathing deeply. Again, you feel those hip glute muscles softening. Your shoulders are relaxing. Just enjoying how nice it is to be here in this stretch. Take 1 more deep breath here so you can really inhale. Exhale through your mouth. As you do so, hug both knees towards your chest. And exhale your right leg down to the ground or long for a more intense expression of the move, pulling that left knee towards you. Just like that. Again, as we hold here, really focusing on stretching that back body. If you have any spare thoughts that are joining you during your practice that maybe you don't want, just acknowledge them and then allow them to go on their way. Just really treating yourself to these few minutes here where you don't have to worry or think about anything. On your next inhale, pull both knees towards your chest, giving them a nice tight squeeze. We are going to move to Happy Baby, which is one of the best named yoga poses on earth. You can grip behind your knees if you would like here, or your big toes, or your feet, depending on what is available to you. And then all you're going to do, whichever variation you are choosing today, is pull that knee towards your armpit. So we're opening up in our hip glute area again. If you need to, you can always move to an less intense variation or more intense. It's up to you. I feel like I've said this before, but when I first started teaching yoga, I thought Happy Baby was the worst pose because it was so hard, is how I felt. But over the years, I've slowly warmed to it. So really just try and enjoy the movement here. The sensation of a good hip stretch. Taking a few more deep breaths. And then you can draw those knees back towards you. We're going to do a nice little twist on each side before we go to our Shavasana or our resting pose. You can take your right ankle, cross it over your left. That's going to bring a bit more sensation into your hip. If that isn't giving you anything, you can do sort of your cow's face pose legs again. So you could cross your right thigh on top of your left, hugging your knees towards you here. Yeah, so whichever variation you choose is great. And then on your next exhale, you're going to allow your legs to fall towards the left side. If this at any point feels really intense for your back, this crossover, untwist your legs and you can change the position of your feet or the bend of your knee. As well, if you do decide, you could bring a prop under your knees to make the twist less intense. So it's up to you. Everyone's backs are different. Different things feel good for different bodies. So find a position that you feel like you're getting good movement in your spine or a good stretch without causing any sharp pain. Encourage your right shoulder in the direction of the ground, whether it touches or not. And then if you'd like, you can spread your arms wide. I know often space can limit how far we can go here. But see if you can find a bit of opening in your chest. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Allowing your body to soften a bit more. Seeing if with this twist you can sort of breathe into that top side body. So instead of the front of your belly, maybe the side of your body. And then as you inhale, bring your knees back to center. Draw those arms in towards you. You can uncross your legs if you had them crossed. Just rock side to side, giving your body a little break here before we go to the other side. If you'd like, you can even bring your feet down to your mat, walk your feet wide, and do your knees side to side a few times. So just, again, that little reset. Yeah, whatever feels good here. And then when you're ready, you can get set up to twist to the other side. So either crossing that left ankle on top of right or left thigh on top of right, it's up to you. And then be mindful of how this feels for your back, allowing your legs to fall to the right side. Encouraging that left shoulder down. Again, if you need to prop, uncross your legs or change your foot position, so this is okay for your back, please feel free to do so. And then if you have the space or would like to walk those arms wide, allowing for an open chest. Again, taking some nice deep breaths here, really breathing into your side body, so the side of your belly. Yeah, just like that. Encouraging everything to soften here for this final time. See if you can encourage your fingers also to be a part of that softening process. So your hands are really relaxed. Take 2 more breaths here so you can inhale, exhale. 1 more time, inhale, and exhale. Draw everything back to center. Hug your knees towards your chest, giving them a nice tight squeeze. And then as you exhale, you can spread out to your final resting pose, stretching your arms overhead if you would like, out to the side, whatever feels good. If you have a bolster or a pillow, it can be a real treat to put that bolster underneath your knees for some extra support. Finding whatever position you would like to comfortably rest here. We're going to go for about a minute, but if you would like more time when we end our practice today, please feel free to take it. Slowly bring some sensation back into your body, wiggling your fingers, your toes, whatever feels good here. Becoming aware of your breath, and then rolling nice and slowly to lay on one side. Just taking a few moments here to allow your body to adjust. And then when you are ready, you can nice and slowly push yourself back up to a seated position. Thanks you guys for joining me for our yoga practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a really fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.